So for this project, you're going to need some wire. This is 1 inch by 2 inch wire. It's 3 feet tall, and I got a 50-foot roll of it for like $70. And I'm hoping this will make 2 tractors. You'll also need a pair of gloves for whenever you're using the wire snips. You'll need wire snips to cut the wire, and these little J-clip thingies look like this. Just like clips, and a clipper to attach the wire together. Gonna need measuring tape to measure and make sure you have everything right. Gonna need safety glasses, because whenever you cut the ends off the wire, it kind of flies everywhere. And you're gonna need a pencil and some wood for the resting place if you want to make that, and you might need these if you want to. Once you roll your wire out, you're gonna need 3 6-foot sections for each layer of the triangle. One's gonna be the bottom, one's gonna be that side, and one's gonna be that side. Then you're gonna need 2 3-foot pieces for the ends to block. And then 1 3-foot section for the door. It's gonna be like a little thing, and it flips up and you flip it down. So 3 6-foot and 3 3-foot. And because this is already 3 feet long, that's how long I'm gonna do it, so yeah. So right here is the 6-foot mark, so I'm gonna go to the closest end. This way. I always want it a little longer than rather it be a little shorter. So just here, and we're just gonna snip, and then just keep going all the way down. While you're at it, you can snip this part off too. It'll just make it easier that way. This is why you wear glasses, guys. We don't want one of these in your eye. Then you're gonna want to flatten it out a little bit so it doesn't bend as much. So just cut my first one. 6 feet. I'm going to need 2 more of those. This is going to be the base, and there's going to be like 1 there and 1 here to be the triangle. I've got 2 6-foot pieces here. One's right here, one's right there, and I'm going to clamp along the edge right there. So let me show you my little system here. Take a little J-clip, and you put it in here. I like to put it with the clippy part facing, so there's like 2 and then 1. I like the clippy part facing the 1. Then you go down here, and this is the last one I did over here. Then I go 1 2 3 4 5, and then on the sixth one you just clip it on. Easy as that. And then I count over 1 2 3 4 5, and then on that one I just clip it to the bottom. That's one side. This is the other side. I'm going to clip it down here so that this side folds up, and then that side will fold up, and then we can clip across the top. Took the 2 sides and folded them up like that, and I just set them on top of each other. So now I'm going to go across the top and clip. Alright, I have all the sides good for the triangle. And as you can see, even though it's just all wire, it's really sturdy. Like, it can't tip over, it's not going to crumble. It's really nice. It's time for the front thing to block and the back one to block. I have 1 3-foot by 3-foot square cut out, but the last one is not 3 feet by 3 feet. It's just a little bit left, but thankfully I have something left from another project that I'm going to use. So if you have a lot of wire, just do the same thing for this one, but I'm going to be doing something extra for the one that I don't have enough wire for. All we're going to do is just set this like that. Just like that. And so it's a square, but we're going to attach the bottom, and then we're going to go diagonal and then cut off the extra. Attaching the back side thing, I like to lay it flat and then do the bottom, and then we're going to flip it up, and then do 1 at the very top so that it doesn't keep falling on me whenever I'm trying to work, and then I can do the rest. Sometimes when you're doing the diagonal stuff, you have to do it not quite 5, you have to do a little less. You just want to make sure it's nice and snug, and also you don't have, sometimes you have to scoot this either a little up or a little back, depending on to get the good grip. Like right now, if it was here, I just scoot a little bit like this, then I can get one. It's kind of hard and a little bit tricky, but you can get it eventually. I wanted to make a note of something here just so for an idea if you guys want to do it. So notice I left some pieces long so that in between the two things there's like a little gap, so I can just sort of bend it in and secure it further. So just if you want to do that, you can. So it's the next morning and I cut out a hole for the door. Usually I like to do it bigger, but the wire I had, because I didn't have enough wire to actually do the door, the wire I had can only go that big. So if you had enough wire, unlike I do, you'd have the 3 6-foot pieces to be the triangle, and the 2 3-foot by 3-foot pieces to be the ends, and the third 3-foot piece would be the door. But because I don't have enough wire, I just needed 2 3-foot pieces. So let me show you what I'm going to do special to this doorway. So as you can see, I left the edges of the door very jagged. So because if you cut them like right here, they're still pretty scrapey and they'll hurt you. And this is where I got this from. So what I'm going to do now is bend them over like that, and then you can use this tool if you need. And so it won't scratch you no matter what. So you can do that. So I finished the whole edge of the door frame, and I've also done the door itself. I've bended it all over, and now I'm gonna set the door up and then just clamp it. Here, can you see? Clamp it to the top. I finished clamping all the top, all done, and I want to show you something. So notice this is where the door ends, but over here is where the rest of the cage ends. So there's like 3 little spaces of overlap, because if we had it like end right here, rabbits would be able to get out easier. But now if we clamp it, it'll be harder for them to get out and like push their way out with their noses. So I just want to mention that. And then on this side, on the top, we have a lot of overlap. On this side we have 2 space things. And then on the bottom we have 2. So just an important note I wanted to note. So now it's time to add your cage latch hook things. You can buy some, you can make some. I have some that I like to make, and I'm going to do a separate video about that because I feel it deserves its own video. But I'm going to do 1 here, and then 1 there, and then 2, 1 there, and 1 there. I found that's what works, so I'm going to make those and film that, but put it in a different video. So if you want that video, I'm probably will try to put it up there. So yeah, bye. So I finished putting the locks on the doors. Let me show you how they work. So it's basically wire, and then a rubber band, and then more wire, and you unhook it, and then the door lifts up. So I want to mention how this is hooked on. So this is the door part, and then this is the cage part. So I have it hooked on through the door onto the cage part. So no matter how hard you pull, it's hooked onto the door part, so it can't be pulled out. Alright, so I just finished putting in the little thing. It's like a rabbits can go under and then they can jump up and be on there. There's 2 boards that are like 30-ish inches long. There's 7 little squares up, and then this board is 20 inches by 34 inches, and then I spaced these like 34 or 35 inches apart. So yeah, and for things to pull with, I just added some really thick rope, so hopefully the rabbits can't chew through it that easily. And then you just grab it and you lift it up and you just drag it. And I did that on the other side as well. There is the almost finished rabbit tractor. I'm gonna put a tarp on this side and then back that side, but we don't have it yet, and so we're just gonna have it like this for a while until we get the tarp. And the rabbits have plenty of shade under this little wood thing. And yeah, so now I get to put the food and water jugs in and put some rabbits in. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you want to try like this exact thing, or maybe try something a little different, or hopefully you got at least some good ideas from this video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!